Alright, we're back in the kitchen with another recipe. Unfortunately, it is not for our consumption. It is for fish food. Yes, that's right. You heard it. You heard me right. We are making bait for catfish. I got these vinyl gloves out here because I don't want my hands to be stained pink for 3 weeks straight. What I'm going to be doing is I went out to the store, bought some chicken livers, and I'm going to be curing them. This is not my recipe. I've seen this done on YouTube a couple times. I've used it several times to catch some awesome channel catfish, and I believe a flathead or two. So it's tried and true. It works. I love putting it on a circle hook, and I'm going to make some for you guys on camera today so you can see how it's done. It takes a couple days. There is a curing process. But we're going to get started by showing you the chicken livers. Pro tip, gentlemen, and or ladies, if you got someone in the house that isn't a fan of strong smells, maybe do this outside. Maybe do it when your wife's not home. Not bad, not bad. But they are bloody, slippery, nasty, and all around yucky, which is good for the catfish. Get yourself a big gallon bag. Where did I put my gallon bags? I just bought them. Where did I put them? Yep. Alright, big old gallon bag so that you can mix them up. Voila! I'm going to drain some of these juices off here. Sometimes these come frozen, these are not frozen, which means they're extra gooey and slippery. So I'm just going to kind of cover it with the cap a little bit, leave a gap, and drain some of these fine, delectable juices down the drain here. Oh yeah, you don't want that all over your counter. Alright, step one, make sure you have all the ingredients. This was an Amazon buy. It's by Procure. It's a bait scent and it has a UV glow. It's actually for curing eggs, like salmon eggs. But here's what it looks like. This stuff is, I'm not going to say super, I'm going to say uber nasty, and it stains, and I think that I'm getting stained a little bit just from holding it from the last time I did it. So, probably not a bad idea to put some protective covering down. If you're going to be touching the bait directly with your fingers, which you will have to put on the curing rack, that's where the gloves come into play. So I'm going to start by putting a little bit of cure in this bag here. Don't inhale this stuff either. Avoid it. In they go. Right after I said don't inhale it. Woo-hoo! Okay, as you can see, it's turning into a pink, goopy, stained mess. Good Lord. Need to turn on a fan or something. It doesn't smell bad, it's just in the air. Good Lord, did I shake that up or what? So I'm just going to get these evenly distributed. I didn't put a whole lot in. You saw maybe like a tablespoon or two. I'm just going to kind of get them coated. You don't need a whole lot for this part because you just want them to kind of marinate in it for a little bit. But you are going to use more of this when you sprinkle it over the top later. I'll give you a look in the bag before it becomes completely pink. Oh yeah, and now that I've already done this, I'm going to advise y'all, if you can, try and keep it away from like really close to the top here. It's just going to make your life easier when you have to handle it later, and you don't have to worry about stains really close here, getting all over everything as you extract these bad boys. Good catfish bait can be kind of hard to come by. I really like using live bait, bluegills that you've caught with a rod and reel, or if your state allows you to use a cast net or like fish traps or anything like that. Man, live bait is a great way to go. But kind of look at the environment that catfish are in. What are they eating right now normally? Are they in a creek? Are they in a lake? Are they in a river? What is in the river? What's natural for them to be eating? Just kind of look at that. But I'll tell you this right now, when you show up with your buddies and you're going catfishing late at night and you've got some cured chicken liver oh man, they're going to be happy. Because this stuff is tried and true. We know it works, and it takes some time to make this stuff. It's a bit of a time commitment. But good thing about it is it's very sustainable long term. I think you can keep it in the freezer for a year and in the fridge for a couple months or weeks or something like that. So I'm going to let these marinate for a bit, but then the next step in the process, we're going to lay them all out kind of evenly spaced on a drying rack. They're going to drip this nasty sludge all over, so make sure you got a drying rack set up over maybe a trash bag or a big piece of cardboard, something where it can drip, ruin whatever's under it, and you won't be in trouble with your wife. I'll check back in a little bit, show you guys putting them on the rack. Obviously, weather, cold or hot, is going to affect how long curing is. But basically, you want them to cure so that they are dried out and almost sort of like a beef jerky consistency. They're going to be more moist than that, but you're looking for something that's going to be solidified enough to really stay on that hook and be a good bait, especially in current and whatnot. I'll show you the next step right now. All right, we've transitioned into my kind of dark, apologies, and messy, dungeony garage. I have a kind of a orange looking kiddie pool here, set up with a contractor trash bag in the bottom and a drying rack. This is actually a cookie sheet that I had to buy my wife new ones after I used this. But this is our drying rack. It's what we're going to use for these livers. They've been marinating for like 10-15 minutes. You don't need too long. I'm going to lay these out, sprinkle them. They're going to sit for a day or two, and then we'll probably flip them, sprinkle some more cure over top of them again, and hopefully we end up with a really awesome, kick-ass catfish bait. Oh, nasty. These where the gloves come in. You don't have to, but like I said, you're going to have pink fingers for weeks. I'll probably still get some of myself anyway, knowing my luck. I don't know anyone that goes to the store and buys chicken livers to eat themselves. Do you? Leave a comment if you or you know someone just goes and buys chicken livers and has like a chicken liver recipe. I'm curious to know. One more little nuggie in here. Got it. All right. See all that? There's still going to be some on my arm. All right, gloves come off now. Okay. I'm going to run and put these in the trash before I do anything else. And now we're just going to take a little bit more of this Pro-Cure, open in the one side for the sprinkling, and give these guys a little coat. The idea is to get kind of a thick powder coating on top to absorb more of that moisture. If you've got a fan or some good airflow, that will help the process as well. We don't, but we've got time. Let me get one more good shot with that camera so you can see what this looks like. Maybe a dash more over here. Warning, this is not safe for human consumption. All right, it is Friday. 2 full days that these have been sitting here. Next step in the process is we're just gonna give them a flip and give them a nice little light dusting of this. It looks like they're drying out really nicely already. I went ahead and put some of these paper towels out here just to help with some of the moisture, because when we do clean this up, I don't want it sloshing around all over your shoes, all over your stuff in your garage, all over your floor. It stains easily. So yeah, it feels much better. The underside is still pretty moist, but we're well on our way to more of a beef jerky type texture, which is gonna stay on the hook so much better than the slimy mess that they start out as. Oh, that's not good. We've got some critters. Huh. All right, let's see. That's pretty grody. That one's got some critters too. That's pretty disgusting. Well, let's hope this Procure kind of takes care of that. I'm really not sure what to do. I mean, it's just bait, so I don't really have to worry about spoilage, but I think the Procure is supposed to prevent that from happening. Normally I wouldn't do so much, but I'll tell you what, I don't want any of those critters getting into anything in here. But maybe I should have let it marinate a little longer initially. Maybe I should have used a little bit more Procure up front. Maybe I didn't coat all the surfaces, but the cure is just to prevent it from breaking down and basically biodegrading. Okay, check back in a day or two. Okay, it's 5:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Going out to check 4 limb lines I set out and do some fishing. I took 4 of these out yesterday to go ahead and bait up the limb lines, but they're looking pretty good. This one on this edge definitely tanned kind of nicely and dried out. That'll stay on a hook really good. Some of them that are still kind of wet, but it's still a huge improvement from raw chicken livers. These are definitely going to hold up a little bit better, stay on the hook better. And then you can see they're kind of getting more dense, not as slippery, not as slimy. So we'll see how they work today. Hopefully I'll have some pictures by the end of this video so you can see what we caught. Thanks for watching.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Feast is the spot to take the blues away. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking 10